Alrighty, welcome on in to Big Play, Big Bets. It's all presented to you by Tipico Sportsbook. I'm Nick Padone. He is Big Play Dave. Just like last week, we are joined alongside an Ohio legend, the pride of Glenville, Ohio, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. It's Mr. Ted Ginn Jr. What is up? You ready to win some NFL bets with us this week?
Yeah, I'm pretty pleased to be here again. Like I said before, it's Big Play Teddy G, but let's get locked in on these bets and let's see if we come away with some winners.
All right, we're going to start with Big Play Teddy G all the way out there in London. And we were talking a lot about the London game, and you guys both had it last week. The upset of the Jags over the Bills.
You
Teddy
don't
G,
go against the hometown London Jags.
Yeah, you guys both had that one there. So let's change things up a bit. We're still out there in London, but it's the Titans who are 4.5-point dogs against the Baltimore Ravens. I think the Ravens roll here. I get that weird things happen when you go across the pond, but after what they did last week, and they just gave that game away to Mike Tomlin and the Steelers, I think they bounce back. Give me the Ravens and the 4.5.
Well, I always say there's a bounce back week. Last week I told you that I thought Steelers was going to win because of the magnitude of the game. This week is kind of the same way. The Ravens got to get back into the hunt, get themselves back on track. So I really see them coming out and winning, especially if they travel to Pond on Sunday or Monday. So they've been down there for a while. The whole week. I'm real big on how that goes, how they travel.
Yeah.
Dave, what about this boost? Not to go off, but Nick Folk and Justin Tucker to both make 2 field goals in that game.
They love the special teams out there because that's what they know. They're used to the soccer. They love the field goals, the
plus
kickoffs.
300.
That's what gets the crowd going over there.
Well, the weather too.
Yeah.
The weather at that time, around this time when you get around there, is a little misty, a little rainy. So I went down there, and a lot of my games I won 9-10.
Right. I was looking at the under, 42.
12-13. It always really come down to some type of field goal or that last possession.
74% of money on Tipico Sportsbook right now. They're with us. They're back in the Baltimore Ravens. Let's move off that game and head to Atlanta, where the Falcons are 2.5-point favorites at home, Mercedes-Benz Superdome against the Washington Commanders. Both of these teams.
I'm probably not going to watch this.
Not going to watch this one, but let's bet on it. Give me Washington. Upset special. I still am not buying into the fact that Atlanta's very good under Desmond Ridder.
I know they got a great back for sure in Atlanta. And when you have a great back like that, it kind of helps the quarterback situation. It helps the receiver situation. He's been putting up great numbers this year. So I think if they get him rolling, that's going to be great. But knowing that they're going against Riverboat Ryan over there, my former coach in my life, a Super Bowl contender with him.
Oh, yeah.
He's a defensive guy.
Yep.
So, he's going to go in and try to make them one-sided. When I say one-sided, that means either they're going to run the ball or they're going to pass the ball. So I think whatever one they decide to go with will hurt the Falcons.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Washington on this one.
I love it. Dave, who you got?
Give me Washington and the points.
Okay. Washington covers. This is a very close game with that 2.5. Let's go to Chicago, where the Bears and Justin Fields are 3-point dogs on their home field against the Minnesota Vikings, who will enter this one, guys, without Justin Jefferson. They're going to be without him for at least the next 4 weeks. They put him on that injured reserve. I'm going to go ahead and pick the Vikings, though. I think they find a way to win this game in Chicago. It's a divisional game. Usually pick the dog and the under. I'll go with Minnesota.
Not me. I'm going with the Bears. I play for the Bears. That's one thing. I'm not going to say that. But I just know how it is when you go into division play and knowing that it's a must-win for the Bears. You get what I'm saying? With them having 18 out on the other side, the Bears been playing great. They always play great. They just have those little hiccups in their deal throughout the games. But I'm going to go with the Bears, and I'm not really a Vikings fan.
Dave, did that 40-point explosion in prime time. Are you betting on the Bears as well?
I'm buying some points. I'm taking the Bears +7.
Okay.
And then I'm going to parlay it with a Justin Fields rushing touchdown.
Okay. Justin Fields rushing.
So get me back to that even money line there.
I like it. Let's go to Cincy, where the Bengals are 3-point favorites at home in Cincinnati. They will welcome the Seattle Seahawks. I'm all over Cincy here. I think what they showed us last week, Joey B's back. I think that 3-point spot
Chase
is a little bit disrespectful. Yeah, 3-point spread. Jamar Chase had 3 tutties on his own. I think that offense is back to what we knew it as. I think we're all on the Bengals here, right?
Ooh.
Wow.
The reason,
I'm Bengals.
The reason why I say that is, when you have a great week like Cincinnati had the week before, and you come into a defensive stopping type team. Like Seattle is predicated on defense.
Yep.
It's been like that the whole time. If that secondary comes together and does right as far as controlling Chase, it's some type of dogfight there. So this is kind of like a must win for Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
But keep it going for Cincinnati. So I like that they're at home, Cincinnati, but Seattle, is a defensive team to me. So it's going to be close. So, like I said earlier before we started, this is a game I wouldn't put towards a parlay, you know what I'm saying, because it's so flip-floppy.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? But if Seattle defense come out and play, I believe that's a dogfight.
93% of the money on Tipico for this game
Bengals
on Bengals -3. So people are back.
It's the momentum. It's the momentum they've got going on.
It's the Ohio bettors. That's Cincinnati for you, man. That's how we do right here.
Ted's coming in next week. He's gonna be smiling. He's like, "You idiots."
Yeah. Let's head to Jacksonville, where the Jags, they're gonna try to stay hot. Now they're actually at home in Jacksonville, not their home in London. They're back in Florida. They're 4-point favorites against Gardner Minshew's Indianapolis Colts. What do you guys think? Because, man, the Jags have been such a weird team this year, kind of up and down. But if there's one thing about Gardner Minshew, he's a gamer, and he's going to find a way to keep the Colts in all these games. I think that's why this spread is as close as it is.
Well, I think did the Jags come off a bye week this week?
They played last week in the London game.
That was a London one, yep.
Yeah.
So they don't have a bye. So they come straight back home to
from London.
From London.
Yeah.
It's just all about how they rest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rest that have to go into the Jags with them being over there 2 weeks, coming back, trying to get back on this time schedule, this time change.
Does that mess you up without a bye?
Without a bye?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for 2 weeks, they've been out there for 2 weeks, so they've been on an 8-hour different, time schedule. So to come on home, and if they can get their rest back and get back into shape, I like them, but right now, with all that being said, I like the Colts just because they more fresh, they here, and they want to win.
Yeah.
It's a must win for them.
It is. They're 2-2. Dave, who do you like in that?
Buying it up, Colts +7.
Oh, my goodness. Parlaying it with anything? No same game
just
parlay
leaving it there.
All right, I'm going to go completely left on you guys. I'm going to go Jags. I think you guys are overthinking it. Jaguars are the better team. They win here. Let's go to Houston. The Texans are 1.5-point dogs, pretty much a pick'em game against the New Orleans Saints. CJ Stroud, guys, looks really good. He looks to be the real deal out there in Houston, and it may be the guy that could break this Buckeye QB curse that we're always stuck hearing about.
Well, I've always been a fan of the 7-ball. He's a 7-ball. Numbers always go good with me. But, the things that he's done and the things he has been doing over the last couple of weeks, he's been getting a lot of highlights. You've been seeing him on ESPN and different things like that. He was showing that they're coming up down there in Texas, coming against the Saints, coming off. They had a great win last week. They're kind of getting a groove, trying to get their stride. I really see the Saints winning in this one, just like you said in the last game. Saints is just a better team.
Yep.
Well coached all the way around, offense and defense. Texas going to come in and give them a fight because they're rolling, you know what I'm saying? But I really see the Saints winning this one.
I'm with you. Saints won 34-0 last week. I get that the Patriots got
some
struggles.
Bill.
Yeah, but I'm on the Saints as well.
I'm with you. Consensus.
Wow. All right. That leads us to the Browns game. Should we wait to pick it, or should we just rip this Band-Aid off for this one right now?
Let's just rip it off.
Let's just rip this Band-Aid
It's
off.
tough.
How many points can I buy?
Man, the Browns right now, as we're live doing this line has been everywhere, guys, right? So it opened up as Browns 4.5-point dogs at home.
I saw it at 3.
Niners are undefeated, and we have now moved all the way to 9.5. And it'll probably continue to go as the money on Tipico is coming in on the Niners. 97% of money back in the 49ers. No love for our hometown Brownies. And guys, I'm a part of that metric. I'm a part of that number. I'm on the Niners.
Well, you know, if you're spending your own money and you betting for real, you got to bet with the right people. You know what I'm saying? With us having, you know, the injuries and the controversies behind our quarterback right now, you know, the 49ers are licking their chops. You know, bettors are licking their chops. You know, so I would love for the Brownies to come in and upset the whole world. You know, but being a bettor, being a pro player, you know, retired, you know, I have to go with the 49ers, and that's one of my teams too.
Yeah, absolutely. Dave,
Can I interest
how many points are
you
you buying?
in Browns plus 17?
No. I'm not touching this game. I'm sorry. I seriously won't bet on this because my heart won't let me bet against the Browns. I'm just gonna leave it alone, watch it, and just accept the pain Sunday.
So we
at 1
get
o'clock.
that, and then the Niners just might come out and
Put 30
Yeah.
easy. 30 to nothing.
it's just, and you know,
Can't do it.
I think it's supposed to rain on Sunday.
It is
A little bit,
weird
So
weather
now-
game.
So now you know you into.
You
know, it
usually
helps
How
us.
many points would you need in this game to say, all right, I'm
29
locking in the
29
Browns?
and a half.
29.
Seriously, I'm not joking.
I would probably say he say 29 is a great number, but I would probably say between 20 24.
It's like a college football spread.
Yeah, like I would probably say like 24.
Well, guys,
Niners.
we are functionally capable of betting on this game, as our good buddy Coach Stefanski would say. Let's go to Miami, where the Dolphins have a big spread on their hands. It's 14 points at home against the Carolina Panthers, who have just not looked good. This is kind of how the league works. There's some good teams, there's some bad teams, and this is a matchup of one of each. I'm all over the Dolphins covering this 14. I've been kind of hot on
That's a
these
big
spreads.
spread.
Miami's up for that task, though, Dave.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I like the Dolphins in there. I don't like them at 14.
Okay.
You know,
You'll
I'm
bet
not
it
looking
down?
I bet it down. I go between 7 or 8.
Okay.
You know, and just secure my win with that. Panthers, you know, they show spurts of being something. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. You know, both of them are my teams now.
Right.
But the Panthers, you know, they showing a little spurt. You know, they can put it together when they can. But the Dolphins are rolling, especially with that speed over there at the receiver spot from all them guys, and Tua doing what he does. You know, and being in Miami, you got to go down there with that heat, different things like that. Not saying North Carolina is not hot, but it's just a different time of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
How many
So-
sub 4-4s are on that roster? You got
man.
Tyreek.
You got Robbie.
You got
Yeah.
Mostert.
You got Mostert, and is Weddle still there?
Yeah.
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 Weddle.
4.
You know what I'm
At
saying?
least
So-
4.
So you got 4 guys right there that's running 4.3 or better.
Not the fastest guy, and I also don't know what this quote means, but I love it, and it helps my bet.
What?
Tyreek Hill called Chase Claypool a vending machine. I don't know what that. I think that just means that he's big. I thought that was the funniest quote, and it backs this bet because
But,
now they got
so
Chase
basically-
Claypool on Miami now.
Basically, he's saying he's a vending machine because every time I pick a number on there, I get what I want.
okay.
You know, you go on a vending machine, you put in E6, you get Lay's. You put in E5, you get a Snickers. So that's what he's saying. He's saying, I could get what I want. You ain't nothing but a vending machine.
Well, I believe in
Well, there we
Tyreek.
go.
I believe in that quote. Give me the Dolphins covering that 14, and I have a feeling that's going to be a clip for this week.
Dolphins 13. I'm gonna follow Teddy. I'm gonna go 1 point.
All right, love
Right.
it. Let's go to Vegas. The Raiders, 3-point favorites at home. This is a little bit of a Belichick, Josh McDaniels bowl. That'll probably be the storyline heading in. Raiders 3-point favorites, but Bill is coming off the 2 biggest losses of his career in back-to-back weeks. Now, the logical person in my head is telling me the Patriots are just not that good of a football team. But the conspiracist in me just keeps saying, God, it's Bill Belichick, and he's going to find a way to figure this damn thing out, and he's going to beat the Raiders. I don't know which brain I want to listen to.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going with the Raiders.
Okay.
Because Jimmy is coming in there. He's going to show Bill. 4-5 years ago, you got rid of me for whatever reason, and I know I couldn't throw a touchdown last week, but this week, I'm going to throw a touchdown. You get what I'm saying?
I like that. So, I'm surprised it's 3.
You would think bigger, right?
I would think bigger.
Same.
Why? Yeah.
Just because of these last 2 games that Bill's been
Patriots
blown out in
so bad.
30-point fashion in back-to-back weeks.
But both of them are kind of in the same boat right now, Raiders and Patriots. Like, the Raiders just, a little bit. We're not looking at it as the same as the Patriots because it's Bill, just like you said. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's Bill. You're going to figure it out in a minute, Bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But he's not going to figure it out until he get Tom Brady. And that ain't never coming back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Jimmy going to come in. He got a chip on his shoulder.
I agree.
He coming. This is his second week off injury.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
And they've been in every game, the Raiders.
I'll take the Raiders.
Except for the week 1.
I'm rolling with logic. I got logic on my side.
I like that.
All right, Raider Nation, here we go. Let's go to New York, technically New Jersey, as the Jets are 6.5-point favorites at home against the Philadelphia Eagles. Zach Wilson has looked better. He's silencing some of the stuff, yet still, Eagles are unbeaten. I roll with them here to win by at least a touchdown. Class of the NFC.
Jets, Jets. I hate them. I'm going with the Eagles. You're not gonna stop. That team is rolling.
Yeah.
Most of the bets right now is coming from New Yorkers. They wishing and hoping that they can get a win out of this. But you coming in with one of the top offenses in the game right now.
Yeah.
That nobody in the world can stop the quarterback sneak.
Nope.
They didn't learn how to design the quarterback sneak in 5 different ways this year that I didn't see.
Yep.
They didn't shift the linemen. They didn't shift the running backs, quarterbacks. Like, the Eagles are rolling. I think they got something to prove from last year. So I don't really see them going down this week against the Jets.
Dave?
6.5 is tough. I feel like Vegas is always teasing you with a line like that, but I am with you guys. More than a touchdown.
Eagles by more than a tutty. Let's quickly go to SoFi. The Rams, 6.5-point favorites at home against the Cardinals. They're coming off a win. I'll go with the Rams. Cooper Kupp is back.
Probably another one I'm not watching, but yeah, I'll stick with you, Nick.
All right.
It hates me that I'm sticking with you.
I know,
for so
you're
many,
making me nervous here.
Yeah, I like the Rams too.
Either that I'm making you nervous, or maybe I'm finally figuring this betting thing.
I'll go with the former, but
let's go to Tampa, where Baker Mayfield's Bucks. Well, they're going to have a big test on their hands. Dan Campbell and the Lions are coming into town. Bake. Who do you guys like here? Because you could make an argument for either. Baker's been playing well. Yeah. Jared Goff has been playing well. Mm-hmm. I think I'll go with the Lions because they're just a more polished kind of all-around team. They've shown me a little bit more this year.
I'm definitely going with the Lions. That head coach is a defensive. Campbell is a defensive guy.
Kneecaps, baby.
You can't bet against him.
Any time that you're going into a game where it's kind of like mediocre like this, I kind of go with what they stand for. You know what I'm saying? That head coach is going to really come in. He's a defensive guy. He's going to, set up everything to stop that offense and then worry about his offense scoring points. You get what I'm saying? So right now I'm with the Lions. The Bucks, I just think whatever we get from them that day is kind of like where they at with me right now. When I say that is if Baker Mayfield's coming out and he's hot, then they're contenders. If he come out and he's not hot, then they are the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? So I would take the Lions in this game, and I would probably go +2, +3 with it.
Okay, Dave, who do you like?
I'm with you guys again.
Wow,
Baker's having fun.
Haven't hit the fade
He's in a spot where he hasn't been in a long time, but I don't like betting against Dan Campbell.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. The Lions. Who would have thought? Let's wrap this thing up with some primetime football. We'll do that Sunday Night Football. The Buffalo Bills and the New York Giants. How in the world did this game sneak its way into primetime? I guess being in New York for both of these squads.
Coach Dable, Coach of the Year last year. That's how.
Oh, man. The Bills, 15-point favorites at home in Orchard Park against the lowly New York Giants.
If it's over 10 points, it should automatically be removed from primetime.
Flags.
Get rid of it. You can't have a plus 15 Sunday Night Football.
That's tough.
Who else we going to give it to? It's so hard because it's so like.
They got to pick it so far out in advance, too. Yeah.
But I would take the Bills, but I wouldn't take them for what they give them. I would dumb down a little bit.
Same.
Just because the
That's
Giants.
so many points.
There's so many.
Just because the Giants not going to win, but they're going to play, hard. They're at home Sunday night. You never want to come over there and just really get embarrassed. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's a whole different.
No, it's in Buffalo, isn't it?
It is in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's Daniel Jones is
I thought you
out.
said that they was at the house.
In Orchard Park, Buffalo.
Yeah.
And it's Tyrod Taylor's Giants.
What?
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod Taylor's?
And the New York Giants.
Yeah, go with the Bills. Go with the Bills. I just wouldn't take
This
that.
game's stressing Teddy out.
I just wouldn't take. You got me saying that they're at home or away. I'm trying to get the Giants everything. Trying to get them home for the
I
advantage.
like Tyrod Taylor.
But
You think they rally, Dave, around Tyrod?
No, God, no. But I'm thinking points. Let me
Yeah.
see how many I can buy.
For
1
sure.
second.
I'm on the Bills minus 15.
Give me Giants plus 22.5 and a Tyrod Taylor touchdown.
All right, Tyrod. Oh, like a rushing TD?
Uh-huh.
I like that. That'd be fun. And I always like pulling for him, too. I hope he plays well.
Yes.
Let's go to L.A., wrap this bad boy up. Monday Night Football. It's the Chargers and the Cowboys. It is in L.A., but the Chargers are 2.5-point dogs, despite the absolute stink fest that the Cowboys put on. And, Dave, you bet on them.
Oh, man. Teddy, I had a parlay, and it was $30. Pays $1,000. I just needed the Cowboys to win.
he threw 4 picks.
It was bad. It was bad.
I
I could have cashed out for $377.
The America's team. I never understood that.
Give me the Chargers
No.
at home as dogs. Chargers money line.
I'm going with the Chargers. They got a better quarterback, better defense. They got a better everything.
Wow.
When you look at it, the only thing that scares me about it is the Chargers can beat the Chargers.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah.
I'm not really worried about the Cowboys beating the Chargers. I'm worried about the Chargers beating the Chargers.
I will never bet on the Cowboys ever again.
Yes. Chargers,
Give me the Chargers
baby.
all day.
Chargers money line. And that's pretty funny.
Yep.
This game is one of those, like in our college slate, a little bit wonky when you look at what the public is doing on the Tipico app. 73% of money is on Cowboys money line, but 50% of money is on Chargers +2. So that number is what gets people in, and whether you're a money line better or a spread better, they're believing different teams in this.
Better be both.
Right?
LAC all day. Thank you guys so much for tuning into Big Play Big Bets.
Are we gonna do a
Before
parlay
we
or
go,
no?
We're cooking
Okay, yeah.
a 4-team parlay. Dave, we'll start with you on that end. Give me a lock this week.
So I'm going to make it interesting and have it last all weekend.
Oh.
Chargers plus 2.5 Monday Night Football.
All right.
F you, Cowboys. We're going to have this parlay go all the way to Monday night.
All the way to Monday
All the way
night.
to Monday, huh? All right.
Teddy, give me a leg.
I would say brownies, but I don't want to disrespect my brownies like that. So, I'm going to say Saints versus Texans.
All right, Saints -1.5. Dave is going to close things up. I'll open us up. Give me the Ravens bouncing back. I got the Ravens -4.5 against the Titans. I think they look right. That roster is finally working its way back to health. I get that it's always weird when you go out that way OBJ's back. Jadeveon Clowney's back. Marlon Humphrey's back. They're starting to get their guys back, and I think Baltimore wins that game by at least 5. Now, what's one that we all agreed on throughout the show that we could throw in here as a bonus?
The one no one wants to say. We throw the 49ers
all right, well, we can't
in
do
there.
that. We can't
and end the show.
Where we were all on the Raiders, right? We were all on the Raiders.
And we liked that Lions versus the Bucks.
Lions versus the Bucks. Yeah. Which one do we want to do?
I would like the Lions.
Lions? Yeah. I'm with it.
What's the spread on that one again?
3.
3?
Yeah.
All right, I like it.
All right, so Dave is on the Chargers, Monday Night Football. Teddy has the Saints against the Texans. I have Baltimore, and we are all in lockstep. Lions -3. You guys could make these bets with us. Download Tipico right now. When you do, use promo code BIGPLAY150. You put in $50. You're going to get $150 plus a $30 bonus bet. So you could actually lock these bets in with the crew every week. You hear us giving these picks. You see the little clips that we put out. Just download Tipico and hear what we're talking about. This is Big Play, Big Bets. I'm Nick Padone. He is 14-year NFL veteran Ted Ginn Jr. He's Big Play Dave, and we'll see you guys next week.